right, we all good. Peace, family. Welcome to another episode of Broken Theory. Today we got the homie KINO Beats. What's good?
What's going on, my boy?
Everything blessed, man. Appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule, you know what I mean, to sit with us and let us know how you first got started with this music.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, man. So what was the process like? How did you first get started making beats?
Really, I always tell the same story, bro. I fell in love with music around like 5th grade, 6th grade, and I tried to rap and I was trash. So since I was trash, I knew I wanted to be around music, so I was trying to find a dope way to be around music. So I started. A lot of people from my school was like, "Damn, well, how you recording the songs? Like, how you recording?" I was like, "Yeah, I record myself." They like, "How?" So I started having people come to my crib, like after school. Everybody would just come to my house, and I was recording people till my mama got home. And that's really what started the whole journey. Like, I started recording people music, and then I started. Learning how to make beats and stuff and just transition.
So at what age was that?
Man, I was like probably like 11, 12 years old. It was like 6th, 7th grade. Yeah, it was like, That's my crazy, boy, my next door neighbor at the time, Ryan, he was already like making beats, so he'd show me FL Studio. Like, I ain't gonna age myself, but I started on FL Studio 3.
Yeah. I feel it.
Yeah, I started for the get-go.
That was ways back, man. Yeah, I definitely feel it.
Yeah.
Do you still make music with some of those people that you started with today?
Well, yeah. I know my boy that usually showed me, like, he still has love for music. He took kind of different path. Like, he's doing a lot of real estate, and he started a bunch of other businesses. After those beginnings, I started to operate a popular recording studio in my city named Radio Ready Recording Studio, with a producer by the name of Jay Bray. And like to this day, like, I maintain all good relationships with all my people. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You definitely got to, man. Definitely in this industry. For you, what would you say is your favorite placement that you've got so far?
Man, it's a couple of them. Like, they're like different milestones to me. Like, I'm the first thing that popped in my head, I'm gonna always mention the Joel Santana placement, because I did a record with Joel Santana and Wiz Khalifa. I feel like that catapulted me into the game because I did that when I was really young, and like being from Norfolk, like being in Virginia, it was like I was the only person in the area that like was working with somebody we seen on TV. So it was like, like, you could really do this, you know? So that was like a big deal for me. And then
what year was that?
From that point, that was 2013.
That's crazy, yeah.
Yeah, that was.
So what was it like kind of like seeing that everything was possible? Like, what was some of the feelings that you were kind of going through, and like also like where was your career at that moment?
Man, around that time, like, I had built up a strong name for myself in the city. Like, everybody in the city that made music was already coming through and recording with me at that point. Like, I had a stronghold on the scene already. So doing that was just like the icing on the cake. Like, that was like, oh nah, he's official.
Undeniable.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you got the stamp of approval.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, for sure.
So what was it like when you first accomplished that, man? And like the transition period to where you're at right now, like, how did that kind of like catapult you into where you're at right now?
I ain't gonna lie, it taught me something that I always tell like up and coming artists, up and coming producers all the time. Like, it taught me that like, a lot of people look at it like it's a door. They look at it like you get in the game and then it's like the game and then it's not the game. Like, nah, it's like it taught me that like once you land something big, it's like the next question is like, all right, good, that's hard. What's next? You know what I mean? And it's always the what's next game. Come on, bro. So even up to a Metro Boomin or a Pharrell or whatever, they had a number one record in the country. It's like, yeah, this hot. You number one. All right, so what you doing now? Yeah. So it taught me it's like, it's no real division. Like, it's like I did it, and then it's like, all right, back to the studio. Like, I thought that once that happened, it's like, all right, the life just changed forever. It's like, nah. Next day, I went back to the studio. I stopped at Popeyes, got my Popeyes, and locked back in. You know what I mean? Like, it ain't too much change.
Word, word. Nah, I feel it. For someone that has never listened to your sound before or ever heard your beat, how would you describe it to them?
Man, so I take like a lot of different personalities with my music. I like to think that it's still like I'm still true to Virginia. I'm still true to my roots, which is like we're a hybrid area. Like growing up, like we had a huge New York influence. Yeah. And that's what, like, when people say something in the water, I feel like it's because of our ability to tap with so many different regions. Like we have our own culture, but we have a huge New York influence, but we also have a huge Southern influence. So some days, that's why it's like a testimony to my catalog now, because I could make the boom bap beat for Benny the Butcher, or I could wake up and do some trap shit and end up doing the whole Pee Wee Longway album. I could do a whole Pee Wee Longway album, or I could do a Benny the Butcher album. You know what I mean? So that just comes from being from Virginia. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that versatility, man. That's dope.
Nah, for sure.
All of the greats had that. You know what I'm saying? Definitely, to where, like, depending on the artist that they're working with, you'll see a different side. You know what I'm saying? Like,
exactly.
Timberland, Missy, like Pharrell, all of them, man. Like, they all were dope, bro. As an artist, how did you start to develop your sound and like kind of like know what your lane is?
Man, I would I'm not gonna lie, like I have to give credit to my bro Lex Luger. Lex Luger's from Virginia as well. We started working together around 2015. And I was doing like I started off doing a lot of sample beats, but then I started, doing some trap stuff, and then working with Lex, I'm like, oh, no, there's levels to this. You know what I mean? So it helped me to kind of enhance my production and try to take things to another level, just based on the fact of like having like shared originality. You know what I mean? And that's sure. Yeah, that's where that kind of came into play.
Like having complete control over the track is like a beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, working with samples is cool, but like when you know exactly like what you're doing and where everything needs to be in pocket, you know what I'm saying? Like everything else just comes into play. What would you say is the biggest takeaway or something that Lex opened your eyes to in the creative process of like working with instrumentation?
I think the biggest thing was that I think it's two things that pop in my head. Like the first is like it's never done. You know what I mean? Because it might be sometimes he'll be working. I'll just be watching him work sometimes, and I'll be like, "Damn, that's dope, bro." And then he's like, "Yeah, but we need to do this." And he just it keeps on adding layers and layers and layers. You know what I mean? So that's one thing. And then two, because I spent so much time recording people and engineering, I was an over technical producer. I was doing so much technical shit. I was putting compressors on this, the EQing, and then when I got around Lex, and I'm like, damn, bro, you got all these records on the radio, and he just like, bro, don't put too much. I'm like, yo, how you get your shit to hit like that? He like, I turn it up. I'm like, oh, okay, you know what I mean? So it's like, instead of trying to add all this and that and doing all this, it's like, man, sometimes you just gotta cook it and EQ it a little bit and turn it up and just make it bang. You know what I mean? So that's like one of the biggest takeaways for real.
Nah, for real. I mean, depending on the type of producer that you are and like what you gravitate towards naturally, you'll kind of develop your sound in like the mixing style of your own. You know what I'm saying? Like over time, right? You know what I'm saying? Like you kind of find out what level you want to keep the bass at. You find out like what the samples or the melody needs to be hitting at, you know what I'm saying? So like over time, it's not something that just comes to you, you know what I'm saying? It's natural over time is what I'm trying to say. Yeah.
I'm in here. I feel like Kanye right now, trying to get the perfect aesthetic with the background to make sure this shit flush.
Man, you in the booth right now, bro. You in the booth. Yeah, I feel it. That's dope, bro. For you, man, what's your process like when you're working on an album?
Man, so really, I go into an album with a real executive producer hat. Biggest thing to me is synergy and flow. Like I want you to be able to press play and listen through it to it the whole way through, and it actually makes sense. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
So like that's my biggest thing. And even when I present beats to artists, like if I know that we could potentially do an album together, then I'm playing beats in a certain order, because it's like, oh yeah, I hear you on this, and it's like, all right, I have 5 beats in this realm, I got 5 beats in this realm, I got 5 beats in this realm. I want to see which ones you pick in each realm, and I already have the album sequenced in my head based off of the beats, and you know what I mean? So that's the biggest thing right there, is just kind of having the idea mapped out.
Nah, that's dope, bro. Especially when you could kind of like just make it so easy for everything to come together. You know what I'm saying? It just takes the art to another level. You know what I mean? As far as you, how do you decide when a piece of art is ready to be released to the world?
Man, I ain't gonna lie. That's like the hardest point right there. I'm not gonna lie. It's like, cause I nitpick, but like, I think my biggest thing is like 3-4 o'clock in the morning, I throw on my AirPods and I just walk in circles around the crib, and I just play top to bottom, and I'm just playing it over and over again. And it's just something in my gut that's just like, it's time. You know what I mean? But it's because I add a change, go listen in the car, go listen in the headphones, make a little change, bounce it out. Like even the last project I just put it, like I was making revisions up to like 6 hours before it came out. You know what I mean? Like I was still yo, swap this out real quick, you know? So it's really never done. It's really never done, but sometimes you just gotta step away and just be like, all right, you know.
What would you say is like an average timeline for like a track? Like how long kind of takes you to put together from start to finish? Man,
I always tell people it could be 10 minutes or it could be 10 days, bro. Like honestly, like sometimes
whatever,
you never know. Like I think like that's why like I prefer like working from the crib versus working at the studio, because I know how I am. Like I could whip something up, and then after I whip it up and it sounded good, I export it and I move on, because what I'm gonna end up doing is I'm gonna listen to it the next day, and I'm always gonna find something I want to change about it. You know what I mean? So I like whipping up, listening to it later, and then coming back the next day, adding my changes to it, and that'll be the process. So that's why I say it's like, you know, I kind of got in the realm of, if it's taking too long to find a vibe, then you just gotta go to the next one, because you're forcing it at that point, you know?
How important is faith to you?
Very important. I always damn, I got a lot of sayings, ain't it? But one of my sayings is faith and fate. Like I feel like, you know, you gotta have faith, just period, just on some like on man time. Like I'm a firm believer. When it's going wrong, I gotta pray on it. When it's going good, I gotta, you know what I mean? Like, so that's very important.
It's not a God door, it's not a good door.
Come on, bro. And then I always, like I said, faith and fate, because it's like at the end of the day, like it's already written. Whatever it's gonna be is what it's gonna be. You know what I mean? So if it's meant to be that way, then that's how it's gonna go. If it's not, then it's not gonna go that way. It just is what it is. You know?
You gotta be kind of realistic with your situation.
Right, exactly.
For you, man, walk us through your average day. What's it like?
Man, I try to I pop out the bed, and I try to lately I've been getting myself together, heading to the gym, doing my 1-2 thing at the gym, and hitting the sauna after, and then I usually probably like cook up a little bit, like I like to cook up early it's 2 times I like to cook up. I like to cook up early during the day, and I like to cook up late at night. Like no in between. Like the middle of the day, I gotta get outside and go do something. You know what I mean? But that's usually it, bro. Gym, eat, cook up. You know what I mean? I might get on Madden for a little bit, mess around on YouTube. Like I'm still young at heart. I like to watch the streamers and shit like that. You know what I mean? I go see what Casanat and DDG and them folks is a little bit, you know. And then cook up, and that shit is like I've accepted the fact that that's my life.
Yeah.
Like the music,
Hey, that's a good
embodies my
life, bro.
you know?
That's blessed,
Yeah,
man. For real.
nah, for
For
sure.
you, bro, what would you say is your relationship with music theory? Like, did it deepen when you started like switching from samples to like making your own instrumentation? Did you already know it from when you were younger? Like, what was that like for you?
I feel like, and this kind of sounds backwards a little bit, but I feel like it kind of hindered me in a way because during high school I played trumpet, and I was section leader. I was section leader playing trumpet in the band, in the marching band. So I learned like scales and stuff in a B flat scale. And then I was taking music theory classes in high school, and I was learning like circle of fifths and all these technical terms dealing with music theory, but I wasn't applying it to the piano. So sometimes, like now, when it gets to utilizing it on doing actual like music production, like I will know the terms and I know which notes are where and all this different things, minor, major, all that stuff, but I didn't apply it with my fingers. You know what I mean? So
Got you.
yeah, so sometimes it's a yin and a yang. Sometimes I may not do something because I'm like, oh, theoretically you're not supposed to do that, you know? And a lot of times, especially when we're doing trap music breaks the rules, you know? So yeah, so it's kind of like a yin and a yang type of thing.
Nah, I feel it. What's one place that you would want to go that you never been to?
The DR.
Yeah, I feel it.
I still ain't been to the DR, but I gotta take that trip, man.
Yeah, man, for sure.
I gotta go
heard
take
wonderful
that.
things about that place.
Yeah, I heard lovely things, man. Nice beaches.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
For you, man, is there any books that you're reading currently or that you have read that changed your life?
I think one of the books that changed my life was the Compound Effect. The Compound Effect, just because the Compound Effect has it's a certain part in the book where it asks a question and it has a graph, and it basically, I don't want to incorrectly quote it, but it basically says, would you rather get $1 million in cash today, or would you rather get a penny today, but the penny will double every day? So you're like, so if you think about it real fast, you're like, okay, day 1 you get a penny, day 2 you get 2 pennies, 3, 4, 8, 16. You're like, damn, bro, just give me $1 million. But then when you break it down and you look on the graph, by the time you get to like the 23rd day, that penny is now like 256,000. Then it's 512,000. Then it's 1.2. Then it's 2. So by the time the 30 days is up, you're looking at, I think it was like 8 million or like 10 million or something like that. So like reading that Compound Effect just kind of showed like, yo, if you consistently put in work at something, you're not going to see the results. You're not going to see the results until 6 months go by or a year go by. It's just like hitting the gym. It's like, you're not finna hit the gym and then get on the scale and you be 10 pounds lighter. Like it don't work like that. You got to lock in and then look at your pictures from last year and then look at your pictures now and be like, oh damn, I see it now. Yeah. So that's one of my favorite books. I love the Compound Effect.
For you, man, what projects are coming up next?
Man, so right now I just been like super locked in. We just dropped Currency 915. I produced the entire project, produced, mixed, mastered, the whole 9. We got a bunch of other records on there, and he's working on some collab albums and things of that nature. So I just been locked in doing the work with Currency. I've been working with CEO Trail. Man, I have like between October, November, and December, I'm about to just do like a full press. Like I got a lot of artists that I'm working with. A lot of like the Young Money guys too. Me and Lil Twist been locked in. So it's just a lot of different projects. Of course, it's still shopping beats out and getting the paperwork from these beats and a bunch of potential things. Oh damn, they done cut the lights off. Ooh,
What's that process
boy.
like for you, where you're at right now in your career, to shop the beats around? Like, how do you go about your collaborations?
Really, I mean, I'm blessed now that I kind of established a decent enough name where some of the artists that I reach out to, and I say I'm ready to work, they hit me back and they're trying to lock in. But it's still, like I said, that's why I was saying earlier, like it doesn't change in this game, bro. It's the same thing. Like it's still like a steady like plight where you just you reaching out. I don't give a damn if it's the engineer, I don't care if it's the barber, the cousin, whoever. Like you just reaching the people around that artist to try to land something with them. You know what I mean? But I'm at a point in my career, like I'm not necessarily chasing placement. So I'm all about ownership. So I like to work with artists that I like and I like to work with. You know what I mean? I don't care if they platinum or multi-platinum. Like, nah, do I like your music? Do we get along? Can we vibe? All right, let's make some music together and we gonna make it happen. You know what I mean?
I feel it.
Yeah.
How has music changed your life forever, bro?
Man, music has afforded me some luxuries that I can't like it's just I don't know what I would do without it. Like through music I've been able to visit over, I don't even have no exact number, bro. I've probably been to over 80 countries, maybe 100 plus. Like I've been to every country in Europe. I've been to every country, not every country in Asia, but I've seen a lot of Asia. I've seen a lot of Europe. I'm able to wake up every day and do something that I love. I don't have to punch a clock. So it's truly a blessing. Like, yeah, it has its down moments, but even in its down moments, that's where, like we was talking about earlier, that's where the faith come in. You gotta have faith in what you're doing, because it's a lot of down moments. Like, yeah, people see it and think it's sweet. Like, it ain't all sweet, but at the same time, I just keep on reminding myself, like, it's a blessing to even be here doing this,
Yeah, amen. What would you say is the best piece of advice that you received, and who was it from?
Man, my late brother OG Makko, bro. Like Makko, like, and it wasn't even advice. It was just him like pouring into me, but him just reminding me, like, hey man, like, you that nigga, bro. You got this shit, bro. You know what I mean? And it's like, bro, we got me and him would have endless conversations, bro. We'll get on the phone for 2, 3, 4 hours at a time. You know what I mean? And sometimes when I just be like through with all the music and just like, man, I hate this shit. Fuck all that. Here just really put that battery in my back. Like, nigga, look where you from. Look what you did. Look what you, like, man, you got the potential to do this and this, bro. You just gotta do this or come at it like this. Like, bro, be a star, nigga. Like, he'll give me that. You know what I mean? That energy to really, like, now you know what, you right, bro. Fuck these niggas. I'm that. I just carry it like that, man. You know? Yeah, facts.
Because it's better that way, man. Because, like, we got all these cookie cutter people, man, out here trying to do the same shit. And it's like, there is no originality on the radio. It's like, you know what I mean? People got to care about the art type thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, nah, for sure.
For you, man, how do you get the balance of creating versus, like, when you're collaborating with other people? Is there, like, kind of like something in between? Like, you kind of just go off and create stuff and then send it to the artist? Or like, how do you go about it?
Oh, I thought you were talking about, like, well, I started here, like, with, like, I guess it's kind of the same, like, with producers and artists. Like, my thing is, like, I gotta have a personal vibe. Like, before, like, when people be like, yeah, can I send you some loops, or can we can we work? Like, I'm like, yo, can we hit the bar, or can we go do something real quick? Like, I like to build, like, a personal rapport with people I work with, so when we do get in the studio, it's second nature. I don't like working with strangers. I don't like working with people I don't like or know. You know what I mean? So that's really how I get that creative going. Like, I got to have, like, some type of, like, build some type of rapport with you before I work with you, like, because it's just not real. And I feel like you can hear it in the music. When I work with my brother Traumatone, like, we make our best stuff together, because we don't got no egos. Like, we just working. That's my real bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I feel it. I feel it because there's no in between. You ain't got to worry about that industry bullshit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because a lot of these niggas, they just want to get in with you just to see what you got going on and how you do your stuff, just to go in the other room. Hey, you know, I work with bro. You know, he doesn't even like, man, weird ass nigga, like, like niggas.
Nah, for real, man. That's
like,
how I do, bro.
Yeah, that's
like,
the game, bro.
It's just that internet stuff, man. But you know, when you kind of locked in with your own people, you don't need to do all of that shit in order to kind of get placements and stuff like that. You know, placements kind of come to you, you know, just naturally, organic. Yeah,
right. That's a fact.
I feel it. Where do you see the role in producers evolving in the next 5 years, like with AI and everything going down? What do you see happening?
Man, honestly, bro, it's kind of like, you know, a lot of people kind of scared right now because it looked like the AI is kind of taking over. But I feel like you can't make soul with a computer, bro. Like,
you can't fake that shit.
Yeah, you can't fake it, bro. So like, I just see music keep on evolving, and we're able to do new and creative things as long as you're able to stay slightly ahead of the curve and not be a dinosaur to it. Like, just accept like what's going on is new technology. When I came into the FL, the older cats was like, bro, you ain't on the MPC, you ain't a real producer. Now all the top records is made on FL. So who am I to tell a nigga like, oh, you're using AI, you're not a real, you know what I mean? It's the same, it's never going to change, bro.
But I think what now, like, you know, people demonizing it, but, you know, it's giving somebody that doesn't necessarily understand music the opportunity to be able to make music and not have that process too, to where it's like they feel like they suck. You know what I'm saying? Because somebody could quit just off of a spell of like, it's not sounding the way that they want to sound. You know what I'm saying? So where it's like, you know, some kid may fuck around with it at 6 years old and get nice, and then by 12, bro, he got a nice record. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly, bro.
Bro,
so, you know,
bro, when I see
I'm with it, bro.
It'd be like, they be out here, bro. They be like 16, 17s with multi-platinum records, bro. It's like, it'd be crazy, but like I said, the purist in me doesn't love it. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I understand technology.
Everything
you know what I mean? I
has to
understand
evolve
what it
at
is.
some point.
It has to evolve. It is what it is.
Is there a sound that you haven't explored yet that you would like to?
That's a good question. I wanted, just because I how many times I've been in the places and seen it, I want to get into doing like some dance records and stuff. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Just because I popped out to different random clubs in Europe and shit, and just seeing how the girls move to it.
When you say dance record, like what would it be like? Just give me an example of who like your dream collaborator would be and what you're going for.
Even like say like and I don't even want to like mix up the genres, but even say like a Diplo. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Diplo,
That's something different.
You know that type. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like something
where you can do the festivals like crazy.
Festival, there you go, and you put your hands up and we go crazy. You know, them type of joints. Like I want to go
that would be dope.
Electronic.
For you, man, if you had the chance to executive produce a whole album for any artist living right now, who would it be and why?
Ooh. Damn, that's a good ass question, man. I don't know why Thug keep on coming in my brain, bro. Whoop-de-doo. Shit. Go and do that. But I
that would be crazy.
I think so. And the reason why I say that, like that'll come with a lot of pressure. I ain't never done nothing for Thug, but I feel like what happens with artists like Thug, you did so much, and then you know you're always trying to go to the next level. I feel like a lot of artists are always trying to go to the next level, but then sometimes you got to go back to the basics. You know what I mean? You know, just us as like fans of the music, like sometimes now we want to hear that shit that made us fans of you sometimes. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And I feel like with him specifically, it's a pivotal point for him. So it's like Now is the time where it's just like, man, block the noise. You got a story to tell, but even with that story to tell, it's a certain bounce and a certain element from the music that people want to hear from you, you know, and that's going to shut everything down, you know?
Yeah, I think his next record is going to do real good, man. His album supposed to drop soon, man. I think that's going to be fun.
Facts.
Yeah, man, for sure. Was there ever a point to where you felt like quitting in the music industry, and how did you navigate that?
Oh yeah, yesterday, and probably tomorrow, probably later on.
That
shit happen all the time, bro. It's just like, I mean, it's just you just gotta keep pushing, man. It comes time. It's not the music. It's not the music. Well, you said it best. It's not the music, bro. It's the music industry. It's dealing with the bullshit that come with the industry. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people want to get in this shit, but they don't even understand how much bullshit actually comes with the music industry itself. So, and I don't got no like wise words of. I don't have any wise words of like what made me keep going. It's just me like waking up like, man, fuck that shit. You know what I mean? And thinking about all my partners I lost and all my partners I deal with that's just like that really want to see me win. And it's like, man, hell nah. I gotta run this shit all the way up. You know what I mean? Gotta keep going.
What has been the hardest lesson that you've learned in this industry so far?
Don't trust these niggas because they fake. Don't trust these people, man. Don't trust these folks, man. A lot of these, like, man, build your tribe, bro, and rock with your tribe. You know what I mean?
I feel it.
Because in the music industry, boy, they'll sell you a dream. They'll sell you a dream, and just specifically just for producers, don't believe it until it's out.
I feel it.
Don't believe it till it's out. Don't believe that number till it's in your bank account. Like, just don't believe nothing. Like, I don't believe nothing. I'll sit there, have a whole conversation, and in my head, I'm like, I don't believe nothing this motherfucker telling me right now, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I feel it.
Like,
you gotta wait until the check shows up, bro.
Oh God, that's what it is, bro.
For you, man, how do you navigate creative block?
I go and do life stuff. You know what I mean? Like really just like I pride myself on, before being a producer, I pride myself on just being a cool nigga, bro. Like I like living life and just going out and doing cool shit and being in the mix and vibing and, you know what I mean, chilling. And then whenever that bug come back around, it's easy. Like I done made thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of beats. So if I don't feel creative right now, I'm just not going to do it. I done been in the studio with my partners. Hey, KINO, hop on there. I'm like, nah, I don't feel like it. And they look at me like, damn, what? I just don't feel like it, bro. I don't have to do this, bro. I don't, you know what I mean? I'm KINO, you know what I mean? Like, KINO Beats is the production title, but I'm just KINO, bro. I just be chilling.
I feel it, bro. I feel it. For you, what are three of your favorite movies of all time, bro?
Ooh, let's go Paid in Full. We got to say Shotters because I'm a real yacht man. And then I want to throw like a random one out there. It's too easy to say Friday, so I say something like I like comedies. I'm gonna do a hood comedy. I'm gonna do Don't Be a Menace in the Hood while drinking gin and juice.
While drinking your juice.
While drinking your juice, for sure.
What would you say are three albums that changed your life and kind of shaped who you are as a producer?
As a producer or as a person? Because I think that's two different things right there.
All right, well, you could give both if you want. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I kind of put them together because when you ask the question, the first thing pop in my head is Nas Stillmatic.
Yeah,
Stillmatic. That's one of my favorite albums ever. I say Damian Marley, Welcome to Jamrock. I wish more people understood Patwa to understand that nigga be spitting. He be saying some of the realest shit ever. And then
the album he did with Nas was crazy too, bro.
And the album he did with Nas is wild. That one was hard too. Crazy. That was super hard. And then I go Kanye, but really it's a mixtape that Kanye got called I'm Good. It dropped right before College Dropout, and I'm Good that one shaped me as a producer because that one had like all the songs that he produced for like everybody around that time when he was doing like 50 Cent stuff, Scarface, most Def, just a bunch of different people. But that album right there was like, yo, that made me want to lock in as a producer. And it's kind of hard to find, but Kanye West, I'm Good. If anybody hear this and they ain't listening to that, please listen to that. Every time Kanye do some wild shit, I just go back and listen to that, and I'd be like, all right, bro, this nigga is a goat, right, bro. Man. Like, stop playing with Ye, bro.
We gotta trust the vision, man.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, his movie just came out today, man.
Oh, damn, I didn't even know about that. I got tapped in.
Yeah, he had a movie. It's kind of like documentary.
Okay.
But yeah, for you, bro, what would you say is your most memorable moment on the come up?
Man, my most memorable moment on the come up would have to be, I don't even know if this is considered on the come up, bro, but just, man, touring, bro. Touring with my brother OG Makko, touring with Lex, bro. Like, those are moments I can never, ever forget, bro. Like I said, like, us first time landing in Paris and people outside the airport with me and Lex, and they like, Lex Luger, KINO Beats, we knew you were coming. Like, how y'all even know when we were landing, bro? Like, like, it's crazy, bro. But those moments, bro, just being in those different countries, bro, and just being like being the ones there. It's kind of like even like my first time like meeting Makko. Like, I met Makko in Belgium. I was with Lex, and I was with Lex in Paris, and they told us that it was a high terror alert and we shouldn't fly to Belgium. But if we want to still do the show, we're more than welcome to. Me and Lex, we fly over there. I swear to God, bro, our plane, I didn't count no more than 8 people on the entire plane. Like, they were telling us, like, please don't fly. I think they had like a bombing or something. Like, man, fuck that. We ended up flying out there, landed. The first time meeting Makko, because he was on the show with us. I think Post Malone was supposed to be there. He ended up not coming. It was a big festival. And Makko like, damn, I already could tell y'all some real niggas, bro. Because everybody talking about scared to fly. Shit, I ain't scared. I'm like, shit, we ain't scared neither. So we just kicked it, bro. We just kicked it. And then after that, then me and bro started building our relationship from there. But yeah, those moments, like I said, like nothing can really change, like take them out my brain for nothing, you know?
Nah, I feel it, man. That's all love. For you, bro, what would you say is the most riskiest creative decision that you've made?
The most riskiest creative decision, shit, I feel like anytime I do any of these albums it's a risk, you know what I mean? Like just because of the fact that like just
finesse, baby,
and taking skits from movies and doing all of this stuff is like, man, like I feel like it's a risk every time because it's like, man, will people like it? You know what I mean? You just like really never know. So yeah, I feel like I take a risk every time, but I don't think I really like can really think of something that's just like outlandish and nothing like that, you know?
No, I feel you. Who are the people in your circle that kind of push you, kind of keep things in check?
Man, really, like I said before, my bro, Traumatone, bro. I talk to Traumatone every day, bro. Like he get the air full of all my grievances because I call him with the man, F all this, bro. And he's like, nah, bro, you gotta look at it this way. And I'll be like, you know what I mean? And vice versa, he'll come to me with however he feeling about certain things. And I tell him, you know what I mean? Like, nah, bro, look at it this way. So we kind of, we had them real conversations, you know what I mean? But yeah, that's like one of my main go-tos when it comes to a lot of this, like, especially when it comes have to do with music and the business itself, you know?
Nah, I definitely feel that, bro. For real.
Yeah,
hey, we got less than a minute left. I just want to ask you though, man, if you could go back and tell yourself one thing, what would you say to prepare yourself for this journey?
And it's perfect because I'm on one. If I could tell myself one thing, I'd tell myself, boy, don't sell none of that goddamn Bitcoin. I had Bitcoin when it was $20, bro. You know, we wouldn't even be on this phone talking about this right now. I'd be on my yacht somewhere, bro. I had like 10 to 15 Bitcoins, bro. Like,
that's crazy, bro.
Man. Yeah, bro, it hurt my heart to think about that. Don't sell the Bitcoin and don't switch up for nobody, bro. that's it, bro.
Never.
That's it. That's all, bro.
Yeah.
For sure.
I feel it, man. I appreciate you taking some time, you know what I mean, to talk with us,
Man.
man, for real. And much blessings, bro. For real.
Man, I appreciate you for having me, bro. This is much overdue,
No
bro.
doubt, my brother.